Week 15 of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bengals and the Vikings, next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
That's thrown underneath Algier, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Bengals hit 12-1 now to start play, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
2nd down and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joseph Osai in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Dumps this one out to Algier. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. and years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Vikings first down.
On first down, it's Purdy. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 32.
Purdy completes it again to Doubs. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones will come now in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Another run by Bigsby. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he gets this early to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He's got this to Algier. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Purdy now on second down.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Demetric Felton.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down is a run with Bigsby.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Play action. Now Purdy. That is caught. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd and 7. A run here with Bigsby. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, We'll see more of that in the future.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Bigsby. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
On 1st down, Purdy. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And this is taken into the end zone. Fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Rodgers to throw once more. Another completion right back to Patterson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Bigsby once more.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Samson Abuka gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Algier. Shoves him away and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17.
Now Rodgers. He completes it to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, and today,
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Now Purdy. That one caught by Felton.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And they'll send Boyd in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. How about this? They'll try the option left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We're often here to play sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He's got this to Algier.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Algier from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
Samson Abuka able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Here's Purdy.
Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Purdy.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Give to Algier from the shotgun.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Straight ahead, Patterson. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals lead.
Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, Purdy. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Purdy now to throw.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Purdy looking to throw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back back at the 26-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He's got some room to operate.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Zay Jones.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. On play action, it's Rodgers. Able to find Gray here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On 1st down, Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bengals, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.